And now our second candidate from Pennsylvania in Region 6, Rodney Green.
Thank you and good afternoon. I'm so pleased to be here and part of this great conference. I'm currently superintendent in Central Bucks School District in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Prior to this year, I was in Michigan for 23 years as a superintendent in 3 districts, 1,000 students, 2,500 students, and 5,000 students. I think education is the greatest profession in the world, and I feel lucky each day to work with teachers, principals, parents, and students. Public education is in the most dynamic and exciting time ever. Schools are being held to a higher standard, and the financial resources are limited. But this is the time that we have the greatest opportunity. And this is where AASA comes in. AASA has a national message and the clout that helps superintendents. AASA gives us support and the strategies to seize this opportunity. As the AASA president, I will use technology to build connections with superintendents across the country so that together we can advocate for public education. So, have you ever tried to do something that you've never done before? I decided last year that I was going to run a marathon. I've never been a runner. I played sports in school, but the furthest I ever ran was the length of a basketball court. So I didn't tell anyone. But of course, I might find out that I can't do it. So summer of 2011, I went out and I ran 3 miles, and I was so sore that the next day I could barely walk. I needed the right running shoes. I needed to run slower. I rested up, tried it again a week later, but I pulled my hamstring. So a few weeks later, I tried again, and the next day my calves were so sore, again, I had to take more time off. I had tried it for almost 2 months, and I was still unable to run even 2 miles without being sore. So I decided I'd go even slower. So I ran just 1/2 mile. Then finally, I was not sore the next day. And I upped my running by 1/10 of a mile each day. So finally, after 3 months, I actually could run 3 miles without being sore. And I continued. I got online. I found a training plan. I found out that you cannot run a marathon. You can't begin training to run a marathon until you can run 6 miles without stopping. So I ran 5 days a week. I kept increasing my mileage slightly, and finally was able to start a real training plan about 1 year ago. And I found a training partner. The best part was it was my daughter, 26 years old. She ran with me, and my wife actually followed us in her bicycle and gave us water along the way. But we stuck to our training, and I actually ran a marathon last April, and then after training for 16 weeks last summer, I ran the Detroit Marathon in October 2012 in 4 hours and 14 minutes. And my daughter ran the last 10 miles with me. So isn't this the way it works, though, with a goal? If it's so easy and you can do it right now, it's not that much of a goal, is it? So that's what AASA is all about. It's about helping you reach your goals. What are your goals? I can tell you this. If your goals and dreams aren't big enough that you have to be persistent and consistent, you can't do it the first time you try. It's not much of a goal. So you can't do it the first time you try. You start, you go too fast, you have glitches, you get discouraged, but you don't quit. You keep at it. You keep on going, and you keep on practicing, and little by little, you get better at it. You set your goals high and you dream big, and then you work towards accomplishing those goals. And that's what AASA is all about. It's about making us all a little smarter and helping us be successful with our administrators, our staff, and ultimately with our students. I've been involved with AASA for 24 years as a school superintendent. My involvement has made me more knowledgeable and helped my district and my students. AASA has helped me become a better leader. This is the message that I would give to all superintendents who are not here today. AASA can help us all become better leaders. I will represent you well as president of AASA. I never thought I would run a marathon. But being a superintendent is like training for and running a marathon. And AASA will be your training partner. No matter where you are in your training, as a superintendent, AASA will help you have the right tools, will be there to help you, support you, and run with you. I hope you'll reach for your goals and your dreams this year, and I thank you for your support.